Happy Friday! Is it Friday? Does time still exist? Is there such a concept anymore? One day flowing into the next while we're all on lockdown perpetually? Who's to say? So, hey, I'm your host, Joshua Seth, voice of many things. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I should start with that. Been doing a lot of fun cameos, video shoutouts. This week, I will... Gotta turn this sound down here. I'll put the Cameo shoutout link down below at the end of the broadcast. But thank you to everybody who's asked me to do those. I've been having a blast. I did one from the pool yesterday. That was fun. So let's get right to it. I got a lot of news for you this week. I got a little Digimon Kizuna update. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but what the heck? They're not watching. You guys are. This is for you guys. It's for the fans. But first, a little check. I just got off a big conference call for a virtual event that I'm going to be speaking at, and it took up my whole morning prepping for that and being on that call. So I put today's live stream show together really fast, and I did not grab my external iPad to keep an eye on everything like I usually do, so I'm going to rely on you guys. If everything looks good and everything sounds good, just give me a thumbs up or a 1 or a clap or yes or something in the chat. I'll take a look. Right now, if there's any issues, I'm relying on you guys to tell me. Also, how's the glow, right? I've changed out the lights this week, and hopefully that looks better. All right, I'm going to roll back here a little bit. Somebody passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I have a relative in the hospital right now. It's rough, especially when there's not really much that you can do since we can't physically be there for those that we love. So I just wanted you to know that I saw that comment, and I appreciate that you're sad, and hopefully I can uplift you a little bit for a few minutes during this stream here today. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so moving on. Disney World, something about Disney World. Oh, I suppose I should throw these up. I do have news to get to, and I'm not going to wait like a half an hour through comments this week in order to get to the news, because I have like 3 or 4 important things to share with you guys. But let's say, hey Ty, I'm going to do the Ty voice to talk to Ty, I suppose. Hi Ty, if and when you visit Walt Disney World's Star Wars Galaxy Edge, what's the first thing you want to do? Ooh, I would like to do that. I would like to. Well, I'll tell you what the first thing. That gets into the first news. The first thing that I would like to do will be to show it to my kids, because both my kids have had birthdays during lockdown. My son Tiger turned 9. Hi Tiger, if you're watching. He turned 9. He didn't really get to have a birthday party. It was at the beginning of the lockdown. Really, everything was closed. I mean, even nothing. Like, we couldn't go to the beach. I live here in Florida specifically, so I can have a fun beach lifestyle available for my kids. Closed. Pools closed. Activities closed. Everything's closed for good reason. Want everybody to stay safe, but I felt a little bad for Tiger that he couldn't even have a friend over. Nothing. However, my daughter's birthday is there she is. Happy birthday to Nikita, my little girl, turning 7 today. At least we can go to the pool. We can have some fun. Here, this is for you. Happy birthday, Nikita! What a mess! And you guys probably didn't even see it. It's all over my computer now. Oh, man. That's the production values. Happy birthday, Nikita. Daddy loves you. And Tiger, Daddy loves you. To all the parents out there celebrating birthdays with their kids at home. We do what we can. Hopefully they will remember the family time that we shared with them. But that's Nikita. There she is. She's a little ballerina, and she's Frozen fan and Frozen 2. We have watched Frozen a lot, can I tell you? A lot. Never gets old. Never gets old. That Olaf, he sure is funny. Do you want to build a snowman? Right. So happy birthday, Nikita. Look at her there in her little Frozen 2. Love my kids. Love my kids. All right, we got people coming in from all over the world. The Drac is afternoon where Drac is. Let's see. Get off of that. Oh, yeah, I was going to get to that in a second. Okay. Oh, look at that. Auckland, eh? That's not a New Zealand accent. However, I've been to Auckland a few times. Love it. Went down to Wellington. Love it. Went all over New Zealand. So, Renee, thank you for being here. I wonder what time it is in Auckland. Echo, what time is it in Auckland, New Zealand?
In Auckland, it's 6:09 a.m.
I don't know if you could hear that, but it's 6:09 a.m., which would be 8 hours earlier or 18 hours later. I'm not sure. Somebody's early. That's good. Being punctual is important as a habit in general. Some question about Digimon. Until we get official word about your latest Digimon movie release, Hakuna Matata and Digion. I got to flip this next time so that because this is my left hand showing up on the right side of the screen. So when I want to point to something over there, I'm pointing to something over there. It's very confusing. I will get this straightened out for next week. All right. I don't know what that question was, but okay. Yes, there's a fan from the Twitterverse. Nice to see you. Sort of. All right. Yes. Okay. What do you guys think of the new time? I did this specifically because I was seeing mostly on Twitter. I seem to have a much bigger following or more active following on Twitter than Facebook, even though I'm on Facebook more. I'll put the links down below by the end of it. Hey, like and subscribe to the YouTube people. Like and subscribe, as they say. Right? Gotta get these numbers up. Share it around, okay? Take the time doing it every week for you, adding value. So let's get it up. Let's get the likes and the subscribes up, okay? Anywho, especially on Twitter, people were saying, oh man, I gotta miss it. I gotta miss it again. It's the middle of the night. So I thought, well, if I do it at 2 o'clock where I am on the East Coast, New York, Florida time, then it'll be 11 a.m. in California and out west there. And then also people in Europe can watch. So hopefully that'll work. Who has the popcorn? Popcorn, anybody? If you do have, I hope you brought enough to share. Popcorn time. That'll be my sound for when the popcorn's ready. Popcorn's ready. All right. I remembered which arm to use that time. Okay. All right. Flowing through the comments. Show us a trailer in English. Ooh, I am going to show you. I'm going to show you something I did. I don't want to get ahead, but something I did this week for the movie. Let's see. And yes, please don't tell that I'm disclosing stuff. Also, I found just fine, buddy. And lots of happy birthdays to the Nikita. That's right. She is a must-know queen, I guess. Snow princess. Doesn't she look like a little princess? We'll go back to that for a second. Look at that. Now, I will say something, okay? I thought when I went on Facebook and said happy birthday to my beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, funny, talented daughter, I almost said daddy's little princess, and I did not. And for any of the parents out there, I really feel that we should not call our daughters princesses or treat them like princesses or encourage them to think of themselves as princesses, because I think it does our daughters a disservice. Because then when they grow up into young ladies and women, they will have an unrealistic expectation of the men in their lives. Just putting that out there. I don't know that this whole princess fantasy idea is a really good thing for the little girls, even though, like, that is how I feel about my daughter. Do you feel me? Do you know what I'm talking about here? Right? I just feel it's, like, kind of disempowering, the idea that, like, someday your prince will come and you should, be feted and have little glass slippers fitted on your feet and all that. Like, it's not the way the world works, However, it is when you're a kid and your daddy loves you. And I know it's a weird dichotomy. I want to treat her like that, but I don't want her to get that as a baseline set point for her relationships either, because it's not sustainable, except for daddy, but that's different. All right. So, here is a question. Maybe I should read these questions before I put them up, but I'm not gonna. All right, let's see. And it says, "Hello, Mr. Seth." That's me. "Were you ever tempted to focus on your career in union-based voice work like Wolf's Rain co-star?" Oh, wait, went away. Like union-based voice work like your Wolf's Rain co-stars Crispin Freeman and Steve Bloom, who I believe is a friend of yours. Yeah, I know Steve better than I know Crispin, but these are good guys. Certainly, yeah, I did. Now we're getting a little inside of baseball there if we start talking about SAG-AFTRA, or what became SAG-AFTRA, and non-union and core, which is what I am, which has always allowed me to do any kind of work, union or not. But we all benefit from union contracts. That's why I pay my union dues and keep up my union membership to this day. Card-carrying SAG-AFTRA union member, and I did plenty of that. However, it wasn't so much in animation. The union work that I did was as a commercial and promo voice actor. And a little bit later on, I'm going to be sharing with you some insider tips on becoming a voice actor. But that is one of the considerations, whether to do union work, non-union work, or a mix of both, as I did. However, I always felt like I want to have the agency to pick and choose the projects upon which I wanted to work, and I really made that decision to go core when I was asked to voice the lead in Akira, which was always one of my favorite movies, and I was not going to pass that up, and so I filed for my core status with SAG-AFTRA, and I'm sure that most of the people have no idea what I am talking about at this point, so gonna move on. But I've done far more commercials and promos as the voice of the Kids WB, and before that, the voice of Fox Kids, than I ever did in animation. It's just that you wouldn't necessarily know that I'm the one voicing it, and I'm a money in that too. So I hope that answers your question. Steven asks, "What was your experience being directed by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn?" She's great too. "During your time on Digimon, along with the Digimon video game." I'll tell you something. My memory of Mary Elizabeth McGlynn being a director was in a different project than what you're asking about. It was in Wolf's Rain, which I just did a Cameo video shout out for Wolf's Rain too. Let's head back over to there, and you will see, where is Wolf's Rain? For those of you that don't know, I play Hige. And Hige in Wolf's Rain, see if I can point it. There it is, right there, in that hoodie at the bottom. See, there's Tai from Digimon. There's Hige from Wolf's Rain. Whenever I do appearances at Comic-Cons around the world, I always know when there's like a real fan of anime and my work when they ask about Wolf's Rain. It was such a beautiful piece of anime, and it was almost Shakespearean in its story arc as a drama, classically structured drama. And that ending scene with Hige and Blue is something that fans always ask about, and it was Mary Elizabeth McGlynn that directed me in that. Having my mystery blue drink again, for those of you that notice. But yeah, she's an excellent director and has had a lot of success in that world. Let's see. Renee asks, "What will it be like if Digimon had a crossover with the animated Disney films and Toy Story?" What? I don't even know where to go with that one. Let's just specify with Toy Story, because there's so many Disney films after all. With Toy Story, what would it be like? I think I think Woody would be running around trying to rally the troops, uh, but that would be really interesting. I don't know. I think it would. I think it would benefit from that style of animation. Could you imagine? Instead of focusing on the story in my response, I'll focus on the animation style because the Pixar animation is so different than Digimon and most other anime. It would be kind of cool to see anime done in a Pixar style. That's the part of the crossover that I would be interested in. I know the feeling. Oh, had the birthday in March. Happy birthday to all the birthday people out there. All right. Flowing through. Yes, I do have the cute kids there. All right. And these are so very cute. The cute kids. If I could give Ty one piece of advice, what would it be? What would it be? If I could give Ty a piece of advice, what would it be? Well, his crest is courage, so it would be to stay courageous. Ty could probably give me advice because, as I spoke about in last week's show, when COVID hit and everything shut down, I just became like a deer in a headlight for a little while there, watching too much news and feeling powerless to do anything about it. And Ty would have known what to do. He would have been like, "We gotta save the world!" So he would give me the advice. Please don't. Sing Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. Drilled into my brain. Do you want to melt a snowman with your daughter that watches Frozen every day and night? Watching Frozen and Olaf and Anna and Elsa too. There's got to be something else to watch, man. It is a recurring theme, Drac, in my we've got to move on from the Frozen at some point here. Okay, moving on through the streams. Let's see. Yeah, that Ida Menzel there. Quite the voice, unlike what I just did. You'd never know I had a background in professional musical theater, would you? Until I get to the surprise a little bit. Stay till the end. There's going to be a surprise. We're going to have to make this a little shorter than an hour today, though. So I'm going to have to get through this because I have some friends with projects out that I want to direct your attention to. I upgraded everything. Thank you for noticing. Here, I go this side. Thank you for noticing. Yes. It wasn't the mic that I upgraded. It was the mixer. So I have a mixing board now, and it was a Behringer mixing board, which I think adds a lot to the warmth and the tone. And I'm putting together this whole online training on how to be a voice actor, and I sort of teased it last week, but I have something for you that I put together this week. And so having the right equipment, that's part of it. I've got like 5 mics here now, but that's the one. That's the one that I'm liking. All right, moving along. Yes, the new time. People are liking the new time. Okay, good. Let's see. No, I was not still in touch with Michael Lindsay before he passed away last year. It had been years since I had seen him. Also a good dude. Also quite a loss. I was quite shocked to hear when he passed away. That's why you gotta embrace those that you love, tell them you love them, spend time with them, talk to them on the phone, do the FaceTimes when you can. Our family is doing almost nightly Zoom calls, and it has really brought our family together because none of us know, how much time we have. A Zoom movie night? That's an idea. Maybe. All right, let's get that off of there. All right, so let's see through the questions, and then I got this stuff to. All right, this stuff to do. I got stuff. One more question here, and then I'm gonna get to the stuff. Hey Joshua, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to say that you are a childhood hero of mine. The characters you have portrayed over the years. I don't know why I'm doing that voice, such as Ty, have helped me get through some tough times. Thank you, Michael. That is very nice of you. Thank you, and Thank you. Okay, I'll get back to that in a minute. All right, exciting news. Let's have some news music. Music of the nose. All right, so I've been friends with this dude for 20 years. Justin Willman, Magic for Humans. So proud of this guy, man. He has pivoted from being a birthday party magician to doing college tours. He's the one that got me into touring. And then he left touring in order to do his own television show for Netflix. And his season 3 just dropped today. And apparently I have the wrong poster image because that says December 4th, I just noticed. So that's him and his little baby Jack there. Anyway, I just wanted to give it a shout out. Shout out to the Justin. And check out season 3 of Magic for Humans. Now streaming on Netflix. I haven't done it yet. I'm looking forward to watching it with my kids this weekend. So that's the Justin. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. It's an amazing show. Let me know if you've seen it in the comments down below. All right. That dropped today. So I want to make sure that I mentioned that. Okay, back to the comments. I met your sister's voice, Tara Sands, last year. My sister, well, yes, Tara is quite the prolific voice actress. But first, Kari was voiced by another actress. What the heck? I'm hearing my own voice in my head. I'm reading your comments. I'm running the show, and I forgot the voice actress's name for the first time ever in my life. I'm not blaming old age on this one. I'm blaming that I'm multitasking there. All right, moving on. From that, let's see. Crest of the Light, Aladdin, a Jasmine, a Disney, a Legend, a Disney, away from the Disney stuff. Okay, yeah, it is hot take hour, right? Okay. If Digimon had villains from the animated Disney films, they would have included Captain Hook, Jafar, Hades, Ursula, and Maleficent. I never saw that last one, so I'm probably saying it wrong. My kids just watched the old animated Peter Pan on Disney Plus, which, what a deal, man. I just got that. Can't believe I waited so long. Perfect for the lockdown. All right, I'm going to skip over some of these because there's some stuff I wanted to share with you. Imagine if Ursula was a Digimon as one of the main villains in the second season. That could have been marvelous. Yes, also, that could have been copyright infringement. All right, yeah, Wolf's Reign. I've been surprised how many of the Cameo videos people have wanted me to do about Wolf's Reign. I'll have to put that in the description up there. Let's see. Out of all the Digimon projects you've been involved in, what's been your favorite by far? That's an easy one. Out of all the Digimon projects I've been involved in, look at that. I'm moving around. Can you guys see this as I move that? Whoa! Ooh. Oh, it went away. The favorite project would have to be the first Digimon movie because we were all so, amazed. Oh, I saw a thumb. Wait, everybody do thumbs up. I watched that thumbs up on my software. That was weird. Everybody do, thumbs up in the comments and reactions. How did that happen? That was the first time I noticed that. All right, anyway. The first... The first... What? Look at that squirrel! The first time that I did the first Digimon movie, that's what I'm saying. That was the most memorable because we were creating all the Digimon shows in the studio, sort of leading up to its initial release. We didn't know how well it would do, and then it did really well, and then Fox asked us to do a movie and started bringing in catering, and that was very exciting because we had somebody preparing meals for us according to whatever we wanted to eat when we were on break in the movie studio. And that was the first time we really felt like, oh, wow, the studio's behind us. There's a following. This is a real thing. It was the first evidence that we had that what we were doing was making an impact because they were feeding us. Yes. Free food. That was a good question. All right. You know what? Okay, away from the now back to the next announcement. Time for more news. This week, speaking of Digimon, my director on that original Digimon movie that we were just discussing, Jeff Nimoy, pictured there with a cigarette dangling from his lips and half a bottle of alcohol in his hand and a fan draped over his shoulder. Can you tell I've not watched the movie yet? It just came out. I'm planning on it. Anyway, his movie Famous just came out. He was my director on the Digimon movie and lots of the first season of Digimon, and he was the voice of Tentomon, and he remains prolific to this day. And he made this movie Famous when he was telling me about it last year. I was like, that is a great idea. That is a great idea. It is a movie about the Comic-Con experience and being a voice actor, and also from the perspective of the fans at Comic-Cons. It is fictionalized, but, based in that world that we have all lived in, and which now does not exist because we're in lockdown. So I think it's the perfect time for him to be releasing this right now. So if you want to get your Comic-Con fix, I've got the link down below right now in the description here on YouTube, where you can watch it instantly on Amazon Prime. I know it's available a few other places, but if you click that link, you'll get all the info that you need. I wanted to support my friend Jeff. And Jeff, if you see this, great job actually having the idea, getting it made, following through, and then releasing it at what I think could not be a better time when everybody is home and hungry for some entertainment and some escape from what's going on so heavy, the news in the world. And of course, they can't be at any Comic-Con, so you can virtually experience that. I also plan on watching that this weekend, but maybe not with my kids. Adult themes, as I understand it. So congratulations to Jeff, and I'm going to work on getting him on this YouTube live show soon. All right, moving on. Back to your questions. You forgot that I'm Shobu, eh? You forgot that I'm Shobu? And you saw it there because Shobu is right there. There he is, right at the top. There he is, right at the top. Shobu in Duel Masters. I did the voice kind of close to what I did in Digimon. Because it's my voice. Yeah. All right. Moving along. Yeah. Pixar is great. I don't think they've ever had a miss. Honestly, I showed my kids Monsters, Inc. recently. They'd never seen it. That's one of the wonderful things about having kids is that you get to have experiences for the first time with them. Like teaching them to ride a bike and then remembering when you learned to ride a bike, or just anything, like watching a movie with them that you'd seen a decade ago, and then it's the first time for them. I love that aspect of parenting. Kid Ty make a mean spaghetti. Voice of Ty, made a mean spaghetti with a nice bolognese sauce. I made a nice spaghetti last night. Thank you for asking a paleontologist. That's quite a name. The paleontologist. Not just a paleontologist, the paleontologist. That's my daughter's favorite meal, is a spaghetti. Why? Because there's no nutrition in it. Of course. That is her favorite meal. All right. All right, moving on, because we got to get, I said I'm going to do a shorter one today, and I have something to give you about voice acting. That's right. Everybody does have their own unique style of singing. Thank you for that. Well, wait a second. Hi, Vampire Lord. Oh, Danny's saying, I'm super excited for what you have upcoming with your courses. Hey, that's a nice segue into the course. And of course, I don't have a do I have a screenshot of it to share with you? All right, here's what I put together. You know what? What the heck? I'm just going to find it and share it with you right now. I can't see anything that's going on right now. All right, here we go. There we go. I'm going to slide this over me. Let's see if this works. Boom! Look at that! You are the first people in the world to see the 7 keys to become a voice actor by little old me, Joshua Seth. That's right. The link is in the description below. You guys are the first to experience this. I put this together this week. I really spent hours putting this together. Lots of people for years have asked me how to become a voice actor. And yes, I have been giving you some tips and tricks and techniques and behind the scenes insight here on this YouTube live every week, but I wanted to put together a quick start guide, and that's what this is. The 7 keys to become a voice actor, your quick start guide. It is for free, and it is at the link that is in the description below. Now, you will be the first people to take a look at this. So next week, I want to get some feedback. If you have questions about it, if you have more that you'd like me to go into detail on, and if you find it useful and valuable and want more information along those lines, next week I want you to let me know. In the meantime, though, download that, and if you want to get on board for the course, I will have a paid course. It's not expensive, especially the first go around. I'm keeping it under $100, but it will include online group coaching in Zoom with me, so that I can give you ahead of time some scripts that you can use and the ability for me to sort of direct you in real time so that you can start to become a voice actor and learn that skill from wherever you are. I have a big plans for this course. I plan on way over delivering at that $97 price point, but the quick start guide is for free. And this is the first time anybody's had an opportunity to take a look at it. So there you go. That was the surprise. Let me see what the comments are. Let me know what you think about that. Aw, you're too kind. Thank you. Well, the voice is an instrument that we learn to train throughout our life. Well, most people don't learn to train it, but if you're a voice actor, you better, because there's many notes to play in an instrument. There's many ways to play it. It's like how they used to say, it's not the shoes, right? How high you jump, how fast you run. It's not really the shoes. It's the person wearing them. Everybody has a voice, but to be able to do different voices on command, right? That makes you a more interesting person, and it certainly makes you a more valuable voice actor. That's part of what I talk about in that quick start guide, but it's also what I'm going to be offering in that online course that includes the group coaching. Rather watch the English dub of Digimon than Frozen on. Maybe we could do a Digimon watch party or something. That would be fun. I'll look into seeing the legality of doing that and how I can do that as well. All right. So if you have questions about the quick start guide, if you have questions about the upcoming course, if you have feedback about it or anything that you would like me to talk about, put it in the comments below. Oh, thank you. How could I have forgotten Laura Jill Miller? Shout out to the Laura Jill, the original voice of Kari, my younger sister in Digimon. And in the Digimon movie,
I got to play Young Tai when he was just a little cat like this. And her voice pretty much sounds like Little and Young anyway, but I had to pitch it way up like that.
So yeah, that was. Thank you everybody for telling me that it was Laura Jill Miller. When will the new cast be announced for Last Evolution Kizuna? I have no idea. That is not up to me. I wish I knew. They've announced a couple of people I've heard so far, but when it's announced publicly, then I'll be able to announce it to you guys as well. But honestly, I don't know a lot of that stuff because I go in and I lay down my tracks separately from everybody else, especially because I don't live in LA anymore and I just fly in and do the movie and then fly back out. That's a good question from the paleontologist. Have you ever met the Japanese voice cast of Digimon Adventure? And the answer to that is no. Feeling better. Feeling good. All good. Everybody's good. Lots of thumbs up. I don't know what the thumbs up are in response to, but it was kind of cool watching the thumbs up come across my screen in real time. What did I eat while I was recording the first Digimon movie? Yeah, I was saying earlier how we had craft services. They would ask me, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I want a nice paella. I want a paella with some shrimp and lobster and crab." And they'd make it. It was whatever. I don't remember. That was years ago. So yeah, we all need the famous that I mentioned. It just came out, so no time to watch it yet. Love for the Digimon movie and the soundtrack. I will say this about Digimon Try. I was a little taken aback when I went in to record Digimon Try originally. What do I still have that graphic doing up there? Boink. I was a little taken aback when I went up to record the Digimon Try movies initially because they didn't have that same soundtrack. And at first I questioned that choice. I was like, don't you think the fans are going to want to hear Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions? And I think it was Ryan was the director, great director there. And he goes, Joshua, it's not up to you. So I rolled with it. But I liked what they came up with for Digimon Try. But I still don't think I think it is more appropriate for the tone of those movies, but it's not as memorable as, can anybody sing the Digimon Try songs? No. But we can still remember the original Digimon. So that's my point. You can remember it. It's memorable. All right. Davis says, if you were in lockdown during dub post-production of Kizuna, would you ever record lines from Tai at home? Okay, so that is a great question, and that brings me into my last bit of news today. Wait, that's the wrong one. I should have had that up a second ago when I was talking about Digimon. Oh, no, that's the right one. That's Kizuna. All right, so the question that leads me into the last revelation, I promised you I would tell you a little insider stuff about Kizuna that's going on right now. So this excellent question from Desden Davis. If you were in lockdown during dub production of Kizuna, would you ever record your lines from Tai at home? Guess what? News! I am in lockdown, as you can see. I'm in lockdown right now. What the heck? I am in lockdown, and yes, just this past week, I recorded lines, pickup lines, for Digimon Kizuna using this mic with those soundproofing panels on this computer right here. Shot it back and forth with the studio in Hollywood, and I had it here. I saved it for you guys. The clip from Kizuna. That's the part that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share with you. I don't know if I should do this, man. What do you think? Should I do it? Should I share the clip with you? Because if I do that, then you guys are going to know what it is that I re-recorded. I'll tell you what. I'll show the equipment. How's that? Okay. I used this mixer. Shebang. Okay. That's a Behringer mixer that I got. Make it a little bit smaller so you can see me. And somebody, I think it was Drac Aqua, was pointing out that my mic sounded different. Actually, it's not that the mic is different. It's not the mic. It's how you use it, right? So this mic was not being. It was being processed digitally through software. You know how like GarageBand, you can change the dials and things. And I don't like that. I like analog, because that's how our voices are analog, right? I think we should do all the processing analog. And I talk about this in the upcoming voiceover course as well. You can get a mic like this for $1,200. It's called a Neumann mic. Or you can get a mic like this for $100, like I have, because it is only as strong as the weakest link between your voice and the file that you send for the audition or to the producers or to the studio or whatever. So there's no point having a $1,000 plus mic in front of you if you then patch it into USB. People do this. They don't seem to understand that like every link in the chain is important. So it doesn't need to cost a lot of money, but you do need to know how to use it. So I have not an expensive mic here and not an expensive mixer there. Mic is less than $100. Mixer is less than $100, but I know how to use them. And so I'm going to teach that in the voiceover course as well, because the tools of the trade, right? That's one of those 7 keys. Okay, moving on. Back to your questions. Like I said, if you have any questions about how to get the 7 steps to training your voice and becoming a voiceover actor, where did that go? Where did that go? Now I lost it. Okay. Well, you got it earlier. Okay. All right, we're going to have to wrap up here in a minute because I said it would be 45 minutes. So I'm going to have to skip over a lot of your questions, but there's always next week. So hopefully this is in relation to my releasing this free quick start guide. Everybody like a spaghetti. That's right. Everybody a crave the spaghetti. All right. Let's see. Anything about the voiceover stuff? Yeah, I am welcome for sharing. Thank you. I hope you guys like it. Download your quick start guide to becoming a voice actor in the link below. Next week, I'll start going through those 7 steps. Glad you guys like it. And that's one of the steps. You're reading ahead in my steps there about reading out loud. That is one of the steps. Yes, Hans. Hans is going to be spending the rest of today going over the 7 keys to becoming a voice actor. And like I said, if you like that, you can even sign up ahead of time for the course. And I am going to be limiting how many people get on that group. There's going to be a group coaching call on Zoom when you complete the voice acting online course. And I'm going to have to limit that. I haven't decided to how many people, certainly 30 or 40 people, because I have to have time to be able to connect with each of you guys on that call. There'll only be a limited number of hot seats, but even still, it's going to be a limited number of people. So it's $97 for the full course. You can get that after you go through the free resource. And I am glad, Fefe, that you are looking forward to reading it. And we're going to be out of here in a second. So, any other questions about that? Aw, still got that magic in the voice when voicing Thai. All right, I'll keep reviewing your questions as we go out, but that's it. Check out the link below to download your free resource, the 7 keys to becoming a voice actor, and I look forward to answering your questions about that